everybody, welcome back to Phantasy Star 4. This is Kaiten's29, and in our last episode we found out that we didn't have enough money to buy everything, because I'm a scrub. And we also found out that we went way over our time limit, which I apologize for. I completely lost track of time. So what I'm going to do in this episode is briefly go over the setup that I want to use for the next dungeon. Also go over what we need to buy, or if you missed the last episode, I'll just go over that real quickly as I'm going over my setup. And I'll list everything in the video description as well. So as you can see here, I did a little bit of grinding off screen to get the money we needed for the last bit of equipment, and it was so little that nobody gained a level, actually. You know, Chaz is 5, Han is 5, Grizz is still 6, and Alys is still level 7. And rather than do the grinding outside of the village, I actually did the grinding inside of the next dungeon, right by the entrance. Just because the enemies there do give a little bit more Meseta than the ones outside. I would say it took maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get the money I needed for the last few pieces of equipment. So let's take care of that first. Need 2 titanium slashers for Alys. Plus 5 and another plus 5, so she's all set to go. I'm not going to worry about her titanium mail for Chaz, because I think he'll be okay. We have enough gear on Alys and Grizz to pretty much make it through the dungeon. It would be nice to have it for Chaz, I won't lie, but I don't think it's absolutely critical. So, to go over the setup here, we have Alys, titanium slashers all around, titanium mail. Chaz, we have the helmet and the sword. His defense is probably... okay, it's the same as Han, so he is a little brittle. That is a bit of a risk, but I think we'll be okay. He's got the DPS to make up for it. Han, same gear as before, because he sucks and can't wear anything titanium. And Grizz is, well, he's Grizz. Now, before I go in there, I'm not necessarily 100% sure on this. It's speculation. However, the order of your party determines how often, or the frequency of the lead character getting hit. Similar to, I think it's Dragon Quest III, had a similar system in place where the characters at the front of the party got hit more often than the characters in the back. And while it does make sense, I can't find any concrete information for this game that says either yes or no. And one thing you guys will learn about me is I hate RNG. Anything random or luck-based, I just fucking hate. So I can't say for sure if this works, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. In my experience, it seems like it works sometimes, but not enough to be, you know, a fact. But we'll give it a shot. Since Grizz has the most HP and defense, we're going to put him in the front, followed by Alys, and then Chaz, and then Han at the end. So in theory, you know, Grizz will actually be tanking. Han should be getting hit the least amount, which is good because he's a mage and he just gets bent over. And as you'll see in this dungeon, you know, 2 hits from anything will kill you, even with the titanium gear. If it doesn't kill you, it'll put you into single digits. And there is the odd chance that you will be ganged up on by 3 enemies and you will die even with the titanium gear. So again, that's the setup I'm going to go with for this dungeon. It's not very long, it's just somewhat difficult. Although something came up, so I'm not going to have time to go through it today, so there won't be any action, but I do want to take a minute or a couple minutes actually, to go over a few things that I've been meaning to go over in my last videos. I just skipped over it or just completely forgot about it. I had someone ask me, actually on Facebook, if I would be demonstrating all of the combination attacks in the game. And the short answer is yes, I will, although not right now. My plan is to do a bonus episode at the end showcasing all of them, because they do suffer from the same thing that they do in Chrono Trigger, and that's that most of them aren't very efficient or useful. A lot of times you can do more damage overall attacking separately than you do collectively with a combo attack. There are a few, however, that are very useful, and I will be showcasing them as soon as we get them in the main game, or as they become useful. Off the top of my head, I think there's maybe 4 or 5 of those, so not too many. But, you know, be patient. I do plan on doing a bonus episode at some point. The other thing I wanted to touch up on really quick is, as you all know, this is my first LP. So I want to know what you guys think of the quality of the videos, as far as the audio quality and the video quality. I think I mentioned a couple episodes ago, or it might even have been in the last episode, that I'm recording a lot of these first episodes in one sitting, just because I have the opportunity to, and I wanted to have something in my channel, if you guys just happen to come across it by pure dumb luck, there'd be more than like one video to watch. So I'm going to get these rendered and uploaded probably the first maybe 3 or 4 episodes today if I can. And then I'll do, you know, this episode tomorrow. And then my ultimate goal is to upload a video either every day or every other day. Doing block recording sessions on the weekends because that's when I have most of my free time. And again, I am going to try to stick to the 15 to 20 minute limit for videos. Yesterday, or the last episode rather, being an exception because, well, I just fucking fail. Let's see. Ways to get in contact with me. I've mentioned a few times that people have been asking me questions about this already. And it's not people that have viewed these videos because obviously they haven't been rendered and uploaded at this time, unless you're watching this in the future and you're trying to communicate with me in the past, which will work. Can't go into details about how that will work, but have faith and never fear that your comments from the future are reaching me now in the present. Excuse me. No, I'm actually talking about this LP with a few friends on Facebook, and they haven't played this before, so they've been asking a few questions, and they're valid questions. One of them I think was, if they've never played the first 3 games, can they jump into this one and be fine? And again, you know, the answer is yes. The other question was about the combination attacks, and what else was there? I can't remember if there were any other important questions. I'm sure there were, and I'm just spacing them. And if there are, and I'm just not mentioning them, I apologize. But if I do remember them, I'll be sure to mention them in the next video. But if you're watching this and you do have, you know, feedback or criticism, questions, comments, requests, or even if you just want to say, hey Kai, you missed that, or hey Kai, I don't agree with, you know, what you told us, or you suck at playing this game, you know, that's fine too. Leave a comment in the comment section. I will try to read them as much as I can. Communication with you guys, the viewers, my audience, is something that is important to me. I want to try and be as open as I can with you guys and keep an open line of communication back and forth. If you don't want to leave a comment in the sections, you're more than welcome to message me on my Facebook page, which is linked on my YouTube channel and in the video description. You know, feel free. It is my personal Facebook page, but it's also my fan Facebook page for my Let's Play project. So, you know, feel free to message me there or stop by there for any announcements that might be made regarding my Let's Play channel, or to see kind of when I upload videos. Like I said, I am going to try to stick to daily uploads if I can. That way you guys have something to watch. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I thought I had more to talk about, but I guess I don't. So this video is going to be rather short. Let's see. Went over the setup, shopping list, some random stuff going on outside of the game. But we've only been gone on about 7 minutes. I don't want this to be too short. I want us to accomplish something. You know what? Let's go ahead and start the dungeon, and we'll just kind of go from there until we hit the timer limit. But again, you know, feel free to drop me a line, either here or on Facebook. I'm always around. Again, best place to find out what's going on is probably my Facebook page. So if you came here with Grizz, I think I mentioned it earlier, I did my grinding inside here, but this would have been closed, and you need Grizz to open it. Kind of an invisible plot wall type thing to prevent you from sequence breaking, if you want to call it that. But let's take a quick look around here while we have a few minutes. Go over all the new enemies, show you what they do. These are ape frogs. These guys hit pretty hard. They have a decent amount of HP, and they can also poison you. Let's give Grizz instant death a shot. Why not? Alys, go with Vortex. Yeah, look at that. Even with the titanium mail, she's getting hit for, you know, 15-20% of her life per hit. And there's Crash. Yeah, they're gone. The good thing about instant death attacks and spells in this game is they actually have a decent success rate. So it makes them very viable. Of course, now that I say that, it's going to fail. Oh boy, Alys, you're pretty low. Chaz, attack, Han, heal. An interesting thing about having multiple healers in the game is that they aren't limited to just being a dedicated... Fuck, really? Oh man. Well, I was going to say that having multiple characters with healing spells doesn't restrict them to one role, whether it be, you know, Chaz is purely DPS or Han is purely a mage. You know, they both have healing spells. So they can both step up and play that role if they need to, or if you just want to mix things up, you have that option. You know, if you want Chaz to use his magic for healing, you can use his skills to attack. Ooh, speaking of which, crosscut. Amazing skill for Chaz, amazing. Han leveled to learn Anti. Probably the only spell in this game that makes a single ounce of sense. Anti is short for antidote, and it does exactly what it sounds like it does. But like I was saying, or if you want to have Han be your healer, you can use his MP for healing and not attacking, or vice versa. So it adds a little bit of variety to the game, and I like that. It's not something that a lot of games did back in the day. You know, a lot of games say, this is your character, this is your job, deal with it. You don't like it, tough. So on that note, let's use Chaz's magic for healing. It doesn't matter at this point, because I am going to go back to the inn to revive Alys. Good thing I decided to come in here and show you these guys, because unlike Final Fantasy, revival items in this game are very few and far between. You know, we're, what, the 5th town in the game, and we haven't even seen one yet? And that's how it's going to be for probably the first half of the game, I'd say. You can't buy them, you don't find them, enemies don't drop them. And you don't get your first revival spell until somewhere in your 20s. So that also adds a little bit of challenge to this game. Again, it's nothing that makes you pull your hair out, but it's enough to make you pay attention, and you know, you can't just face roll your controller and get by in the game, unlike other games that have come out recently. Yes, Final Fantasy 13 too, I am looking at you. Oh my god, that game is abysmally easy, and I hate it. But anyways, if you want to revive a dead character, for now, you have to go to the inn. Pretty standard with all games. You sleep at the inn, anyone that's dead, they're back on their feet, and they're fully healed. So, you do need to watch out for that place. As you saw, even Alys having the titanium mail, you know, she got wrecked. Chaz, you know, he has the helmet and the sword, which adds a little bit of defense. He got wrecked. Grizz is the exception. I think he got hit for like 1 damage. So yeah, definitely if you're new to the game, I would definitely recommend grinding to get that titanium mail for Chaz, just as an extra safeguard. I'm not going to because, well, I like to play it a little risky. However, we are low on time. Again, I just wanted to take one episode to go over a few things, give you guys a way to get in contact with me, stay up to date on the channel and this project and future projects for that matter. Again, feel free to leave a comment about the video quality or things you want to see or want me to show off, or if I'm going through the text too quickly, let me know. Again, I will try to keep up to date on the comments, so don't be afraid to speak your mind. So yeah, next time we'll actually go through this dungeon, find the Alys line, finally, and go back to Zima and put it to use. Although, I don't see why we couldn't just take a room, say, fuck the people of Zima, and go kick Xylo's ass, be done with it, and call it a day, but the game decided to give us Rune and take him away 10 minutes later, so, oh well. Anyways guys, until next time, I will see you then.